What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back with yet another opportunity and video. And today I want to talk about Spack Hero. So this is a website that was developed, I'm pretty sure it was just by, it's private, really not something that's pretty mainstream. But I think it's a pretty good tool, especially for us people who are very interested in investing into SPACs. Again, I always talk about why I love SPACs, the fact that they're democratizing the trading space, especially for us small investors who are interested in getting into companies before they go public. Like an IPO, SPACs are very similar in that they are special purpose acquisition companies. They merge with privately traded companies to help them go public. So again, if you want to look into SPACs, please watch any of my previous videos. I talk about them in detail, some of the ones that I'm interested in, some of the ones I'm invested in. Because again, SPACs typically, what we see is they are offered at $10 a share right when they're out. And if, say, a SPAC fails to merge, you have about a year or two, depending on the SPAC, to merge with a privately traded company. So if the merger goes through, hooray, we oftentimes see from $10, $20, $30, $40, depending on how good the company is, $70, $80, even in the hundreds. So again, only multiply from there. But say a merger fails, the best thing about SPACs is that they liquidate the shares that shareholders bought in and they return your money at a $10 price. So say you bought in at $11, you would lose $1 per share, which is kind of unfortunate. But again, relative to what you could lose in other areas of the market, especially with penny stocks where you can lose all your money essentially, I think SPACs are a safer option. And it's kind of a way to learn about trading at the beginning and learn about the whole IPO process and how a company goes public. Maybe I'm hungry. So again, if you look here at this website, they talk about the top daily gainers for their SPACs. So LOAC, IPOC, all these companies that are LOAK. So I talked about a couple of these, but they're actually going public. So LOAK is going public today. The Daimler Scientific, the plastics company, the biodegradable plastics company, IPOC, part of the IPO A, B, C, that group of stocks. But it talks about kind of these hype percentages that I kind of like. It's very user friendly, easy to read. Daily losers for the SPACs. So NBAC lost a lot, which kind of surprises me because I think this is, I like this because it kind of tells me are the, some of the buying opportunities there are. And again, you could see how the price change drops. Usually you can go in and try to figure out what the news is surrounding a certain SPAC that's causing its price to drop significantly. But volatility is very normal with these types of stocks. So again, just something to kind of keep on your radar. And then the most traded, so volume is huge. Of course, we know when there's more volume, potentially more hype, which ultimately means higher price. So Switchback Energy, as you can see, pretty crazy. NBAC, so it's funny, they're one of the top daily losers, but the trade volume was pretty ridiculous. So again, please look into these. A lot of these I've made videos for. NBAC, I made a video for LOAK. So again, there's a lot of room for me to improve and increase my videos on SPACs because again, this is my favorite and they're kind of controlling my portfolio at this point. So I'm really into the SPAC game, and here it kind of talks about all the SPACs there are. And other things that I want to mention maybe in future videos is the Spec Etfs that are coming out. So it's a combination of SPACs that are within maybe similar sectors or diverse sectors. And again, they're creating ETFs because how much traction these blank check special purpose acquisition companies are getting in 2020. So in 2021, we're expecting that this just kind of becomes hopefully the norm for making a company go public because it allows us retail investors to kind of get an edge on the hedge funds that are already out there because again, they get to go in before an IPO is made publicly traded. So with SPACs, we get the opportunity to do the same. So again, look into Space Hero. It's just spacehero.com. I have no affiliates or anything like that. Just a website I came across and I thought I would share with everyone. So I will go ahead and put a link in my description below for you all to visit. But yeah, Spack Hero might just be another tool you could use, or maybe not. And let me know if there's any other tools that you like using to track your SPACs if you're invested in them. Well, again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep investing.